Hello guys, welcome to my channel, The Donkey Business. Today we are going to be talking about a movie which I just finished maybe 2 minutes back. I definitely don't like watching superhero movies. I hate watching Marvels. I've not watched even one Avengers, Spider-Man, Batman, nothing.
Minnal
Then I
Murali.
watched Minnal Murali, which is a 3-hour movie, and y'all asked me to watch on Netflix. I just have to say one thing that the movie was entertainment for me. Like entertainment is
Yes.
not the word.
I mean, it was quite a unique film. I mean, you rarely see such a superhero type film in, you can say, a village setting. It's a very
Exactly.
different and a very different, very unique concept. You usually see these, superhero films in a city. Even Krish, it was had set in a city. So to view this in a village, and that too in a between two very unfamiliar and very unlikely people. One was, I mean, both of them were a type of losers in life. They
Yeah.
didn't achieve anything, or and suddenly they gain superpowers, and they don't know what to do with it. The best thing about the film that they still did so many crappy things even with those superpowers. If you witness, they were doing nothing
Yeah.
special, and that's what set these films apart.
They're
I
not
mean,
even like
I mean,
superhero. It's like
yeah,
superhuman. And the best part is that there are two that the best part about the movie was that there were two superheroes, not one.
yeah,
And both the
yeah,
superheroes had like two shades of being a superhero, and one was overpowering the other. Like I loved that.
yeah, yeah, exactly. So it was very, very unique to see that.
Yeah, yeah. Same with this.
And
This movie is like the first superhero movie for me in India. I don't think Christian All is
yeah,
even counted in superhero for me now after watching this.
and apart from that, I mean, it was not really, I mean, only Tovino Thomas, but I think the guy which was, we were discussing that we had two superheroes. So for me, the second one stood out more. I mean, he
The
was
negative
literally
wala, no?
special. The negative, the guy named Guru Somasundaram. If I'm I mean, I'm not sure if I'm taking his name correctly, but I think it was Guru Somasundaram. He was also in Jai Bhim. He was also in a few more films. I think I saw him in
You
Jigar
know that
Thanda
he's done
also.
a movie called Joker?
Joker, yeah. Though I haven't watched it, I've only watched, I think, two of his films, Jigar Thanda and Jai Bhim. And he's an amazing actor, amazing screen presence. And in this one, I mean, if you see, he's a very different and unconventional type of, you can say, uh, he uses a superpower, and he never wanted to use his superpower in a negative way. I mean, scenarios or circumstances posed him, because he was inclined towards that girl Usha. I mean, towards that lady, I would rather say. So he wanted her, and for that he did all those, you know, evil or dangerous things. And on the other hand, Tovino was just, he just wanted to get out of that village. He just wanted to move to the US. And all of a sudden he got those superpowers, and he didn't know what to do with those. So that's why I really liked it.
So I feel that it was only last week that we had watched one of the euphorias of the year. This is exactly what the line that I used in my review on Popcorn Reviews of the movie. You can find it in the link in the description. This is the exact line that it used. Last week we'd watched Spider-Man, No Way Home, and that was like a spectacle basically, of spoilers, multi universes combining together. And I always had that feeling that when is superhero as a genre going to actually kickstart in India? I mean, there have been a few instances like Krish and Flying Jet, or some of the others, Bhavesh Joshi or Mard Ko Dad Nahi Hota. All those are there scattered here and there. But I felt that somehow it's not coming together. The superhero genre is still very scattered in India. But when
Yeah,
I actually began watching this, it felt so organic. It felt so believable. That this can happen, and it is happening in a remote area in Kerala somewhere. Uh, Totally believable, and you and the protagonist and the antagonist were just average Joes here, is what I felt. They
And
were
it
just
was
like
too
regular
much fun,
people.
yeah. It was too much fun.
And yeah, the humor
Yeah.
was there in place. One thing that I really liked was, the antagonist that was there. He was shown to be a human. He had a human side to it until the very end. It wasn't as if he's a very dark character. It's like a gray character, so to say, and towards white, I would say, gray towards white and not towards black. So I think that was, I think, something different that I saw in a superhero movie which is there. And of course, because it was based in a small town, that added to that factor, like what Sadik already said. That definitely I agree to that. So it was a refreshing movie. I think it worked for almost the entire duration, except maybe for the end, it just fell in that cliched superhero template towards the
But
end.
that's okay. I mean, they had to end it somewhere, and
Yeah,
that is
so
how they could do. So they didn't go wrong in it. I
yeah,
think it was fine. It worked.
it's satisfactory for me. But then because the entire movie was so organic, I just felt the end was a little too convenient. Maybe they could have ended it like, say, something like a Bhavish Joshi. That was like or Mart Kodar. That those endings I really enjoyed. Here
Yeah.
it was a cliched ending. So which is why I deducted that half star. Otherwise, it was actually propelling into that absolute must watch for me. So
Yep. Yep.
that is
Yeah.
the thing.
But for
Yes.
me,
Yes.
also, like the antagonist was the best. His expressions, oh my god. And like he showed so many layers as an actor throughout the movie. I am waiting to watch more of his work. He was so good. Like he killed it.
Yeah, and there are very few superhero movies where the villain or the negative character at times overpowers the positive one. So for me, that guy Guru, he actually, for me, he overpowered it, Tovino Thomas. I'm
For
not sure about
me,
the other
yeah.
viewers, but
I know what you mean. And
for me,
for
he
me,
did.
like generally when we see like superhero movies and there's a villain and a hero, you always hate the villain. But in this film, I did not hate him. I was
Yeah,
enjoying when he was like destroying everything,
yeah,
no, because of his expressions and how he was doing it. I was having
yeah,
fun with him, and I was also like, "Ha, ja,
yeah,
maar usko." Like I was really
yeah,
enjoying his sadistic attitude
yeah,
towards life.
yeah.
Too
And
good.
one more thing, that he was really inclined towards her. I mean, the lover, the lady he loved. So there was some very innocence in him, which I
Yeah, his
really
face was also
noticed.
like that.
That
Very
there was
nice.
some innocence in him.
It came out of true
Yeah,
love for her. It wasn't like
yeah,
he
Yeah,
wanted to take advantage of her, or
yeah.
yes,
was a
That's why you
stalker.
don't feel
Yeah,
bad for him. No, that's why you like
yeah,
him as a villain.
yes,
yeah,
yes,
likable and very
absolutely.
well done.
But
Very well
apart
done.
from these
And
two, also like the cast was amazing, man. I have
Yeah,
loved the cast, every actor. Like I don't think this is a movie which I can be like, this was my favorite actor because there are so many. Like the doctor in the hospital.
yeah,
Oh
yeah,
my god, he
yeah,
was
yeah, yeah,
such
yeah,
a character. I loved him.
yeah,
so each time, he was prescribing something, he's confirming with us, right? Right. That was like
yeah,
really hilarious. I was really laughing hysterically, like that is something I've
yeah,
never seen in any film, like a doctor saying something and then confirming, right? Like, right.
yeah,
Even that part जब
yeah,
वो लोग इसको वो लगाते हैं सब कुछ इधर है वो पूरा ऐसे
yeah,
जल जाता है और ये लोग पता नहीं ये मशीन में
yeah,
पहली बार यूज कर रहा हूँ हॉस्पिटल में
मतलब
बस
पहली
पड़ा
बार
है
exactly.
हुआ एंड ऐसे कि उसका क्या हुआ पेशेंट का बोलते ही इज हेल एंड हार्टी मशीन फट गया
Yeah,
ही इज हेल एंड हार्टी
Oh God, he
मशीन
was
इज
so
गॉन
good.
yeah,
even I liked the introduction of that lady called who's known as Bruce Lee
Bruce
Biju.
Lee, Femina
Bruce
George,
Lee, yeah,
Femina
Bruce
George,
Lee.
Femina George.
Femina George.
So
Even the
I
kid was
really liked his
cute.
introduction. The
Yeah,
kid was
yeah. Well, she kicks him and all. Yeah,
supporting,
वो अच्छा था.
The
Bruce
supporting
Lee.
kid
him
Yeah,
was
and all.
damn nice. I love the kid also. Oh my
yeah.
God, my
The
mama
kid was
is
amazing.
so sad.
The kid was amazing, man. His screen presence was amazing.
Too good, too
Literally,
good.
And
I
he
loved
was
it.
like,
did you
he
notice?
was he, yeah,
Huh?
Did you notice towards the end? He was wearing a Gandhi costume and he was saying "Maro" or like more.
yeah.
That was funny for me.
And even
That was
that
so
also, you
dark.
know,
That
that,
was so good. That was so
oh my
funny.
God,
Too good.
it was
What do you
hilarious.
have to say? Like for me, the most not after the acting, but apart from the acting, the most favorite part of the movie for me was the music.
Amazing,
Every
really
scene
amazing.
had different music and like a different flavor of music. What was that?
Yes, yes, yes. And the music was so funny, you know. I mean, according to the tone of that scene,
Exactly. Like it was
it
not
was
like there
really
was
good.
one standard music. It was patches of music which just like set the mood straight of the film.
Yeah, yeah.
So
That,
good.
that
I
was
love the
second about.
music.
So credit to Sushin Shyam. I mean, you know, he has composed the music of the film, and it was really good. And specifically, you know, when the music really changes and the tone changes when he gets the superpowers, you know, and you know the part which I really liked when the you know the character of the boy is also there. So the music changes there also. The little kid, you know, when he's in the school and when he's listening
Yeah.
about that, you know, that when the lightning strikes on an individual and how his face lights up like, oh my God, you know. So that was also really good.
And
And
I
apart
love
from
how they
it,
had
also in
like
the action
really
sequences.
serious scene going on with like
Yeah,
retro dance disco music behind.
yeah,
It was so cool. Like it was making it so nice.
yeah. So, and apart from that, if we discuss about the film, so if we just also discuss about Malayalam cinema as a whole, so you see, Malayalam cinema is now what Malayalam cinema is doing. Whatever genre it tries, it's the film that they produce. I mean, the screenplay they are able to produce, it's always unconventional. You
Right.
see something fresh. I mean,
Right.
they've set the bar so much high that, you know, if there is thriller, if there is action, if there is, you know, comedy, whatever it is, like like even this year, I've seen, you know, some films like, if on the start, in the start of the year, it was Drishyam 2, then it was Great Indian Kitchen, which was totally different. Then we had Kala, which also had Tovino Thomas. You know, a unique action film. I mean, hey, I've never ever seen a action film like this.
And
Then
hashtag
this
home
one,
was
like
also Malayalam, no?
Hashtag Home, yes, yes, just forgot about it. Amazing film. So we have seen
I
so many
think
incredible movies. So really amazing films. So I don't know how they are able to produce so many amazing films and so little budget. I mean, the average budget of all these movies is usually 20-30 crores, but not more than
What?
that. It's still there.
Really?
Yeah, I think
this movie had a budget of 18 crore.
18, yeah, 20-30 crores, yeah.
What?
And they made a superhero movie in 18 crore, which is incredible.
What are
Marvel
you
actually did.
saying? I thought that they must have
Like,
spent a lot of money in the
they
VFX.
have like 100 or 1,000 times budget, 100 times budget the Marvel movies normally would have, and they just made it in 18 crore, which
What are
is a
you
fact.
saying? I'm really surprised.
And
Really?
this is still one of
Yeah.
the most expensive films according to Malayalam films. This is an expensive film, so which is why they sold it to Netflix. Uh, Somewhere I read that they weren't confident about the theatrical release. Imagine they
What are
weren't
you
confident.
saying?
That's why they cracked a Netflix deal, which of course they ran into profits with that. It was a direct Netflix deal.
But the VFX of the movie is so good. How did they make the entire film in 18 crores? What?
I found VFX okay, but then I read in one of the interviews of the director that they did not rely too much on VFX. They actually, produced that scene. So if there was a scene in which you had to blow up something, they actually went ahead and blew up that
That I can
object.
understand,
Or
but the scene
the
where they
thought
had to like show things flying and stopped with force, वो तो VFX use किया होगा ना?
वो VFX थी, of course. That
और
was
वो भी
VFX.
shots क्या pretty shots थे यार. It was not like the shots were bad looking. It was really professional.
Quite good. And even the last scene, if you see, in which the entire town is lit up, with
Yeah.
fire, that actually they must have done it. It didn't look like VFX to me. They must have actually gone ahead and done that. So
Wow.
they saved a lot on by using as less a VFX as possible, which is incredible. 18
Very
crore for
good.
a superhero film, and I mean, they keep
Wow.
surprising us. There are, Hindi film budgets,
I like
like,
100 crores and still they make such shit.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
imagine.
Honestly, I'm not even like bothered watching Flying Jut and all. Forget even like
That
not
was
liking
crap.
And,
it. I've not
and
even watched it.
one thing that I
Yeah.
also want to point out in the film is that they stayed true to the area in which it was situated. Unlike the flying jet, in which they last में तो they took him to space and पता नहीं क्या वहाँ पे जाके सैटेलाइट या मून पे जाके they were fighting and कुछ भी हो रहा था मतलब
Yeah.
तो
No.
ऐसा
This
तो
was
नहीं
the
है
like a
and they
very
didn't have
organic superhero film. Like you
very
felt
organic.
that it is very possible कि ऐसे हो सकता है.
It was
Yeah.
believable
And
and science fiction ज़्यादा use नहीं किया था technology
Yeah,
वगैरह
yeah.
that's
को
what. It was very normal. But apart from the music, even the directional storytelling was very like contemporary, but still very raw and artsy, but still very like theater-like and still very like because the actors were also so such that it was not looking like a superficial superhero film. It looked
Yes.
like very like theater में बनाया है and you know एक ही set बना और set में पूरा किया. It was so raw. I loved the storytelling.
this was
Yes.
actually meant for
Yes.
the big screen. I have to say, this
Yes.
would have looked amazing on the
Uh,
big screen.
Yeah. Even I wish I
But
saw
like
it
I
in the
said,
theater. Yeah, I'm so sad that they didn't release it.
yeah.
Starting, you said that the movie for you was like, "Yeah, ठीक है, इतनी कोई अच्छी नहीं थी." Why did you say that?
क्या आवाज नहीं क्या बोल रहे हो?
You
अब
said,
तो आवाज नहीं आएगी.
"You
क्या
will do this only." You will say the movie was
क्या
okay
क्या
when you four stars. Remember now? What did you say? You said that the
नहीं
movie was
आ,
nice, but it was not
आ,
that nice. Also, why you said that?
नहीं इसके बारे में मीनार मुरली. हाँ अच्छा वो मतलब मैं सोच रहा था ये उससे थोड़ी बेटर होगी मर्द को दर्द नहीं होता. सो आई वाज
सादिक के
थिंकिंग
अतरंगी
दैट
नहीं यार.
I
या
found this better than
Okay,
Mad Ko
continue.
Dard Nahi Hota. I'm sorry.
अच्छा नहीं मेरे को ऑन पार लगा मतलब ज्यादा वो फर्क नहीं लगा बट इट्स रियली गुड. तो मतलब मैं थोड़ा ज्यादा एक्सपेक्ट कर रहा था. आई वाज एक्सपेक्टिंग ये ज्यादा होगा बट इट वाज नॉट दैट हाई.
I did enjoy it. For me, this was like proper entertainment with a lot of drama, good story, amazing acting, very good set. Like there was nothing that I didn't like in the movie.
या
And a lot of
या
people also
ये
said
सब
that the first half is really slow and then the second half will pick up,
या
obviously, because it's a Malayalam
या
film and all. But that I think I'm so used to now watching so many Malayalam films that even that was not a problem. क्योंकि मुझे पता था ये लोग ऐसे
हाँ
ही है. They make only movies like
या
that this style.
या
So then by the
या
time like half an hour was over, I was enjoying it. Okay. So thanks for coming, guys. It was fun discussing, and thank you again, Farhad, for recommending this superhero film because I would never watch a superhero movie knowing that I hate this genre. But thank you so much, guys, and go watch this film on Netflix right now. Please go on my description box and read Farhad's review on the film as well. And thank you so much for coming. Do leave a thumbs up, like, share, subscribe, and recommend us more films from the industry. And if there are some things that we must have lost in translation, please do let us know about that. We would love to learn about the movie. Thank you so much for coming.